The first milestone has been reached! Yay! Thank you everybody! To celebrate, I drew a pixel for each one of you. I call it the first steps. And here is each subscriber, one on top of the other, reaching to the heavens. See here? This is you watching right now. Look how brave and tall you stand. With all this weight above you, you're not even moving 8-bit. Hehe, get it? Because you're a colorful pixel? 8-bit? Haha, yeah, you get it. Yeah. Storytime. I started working with pixel art at
2017.
It says here, I used GIMP to start with. I use a mouse when drawing pixel art. And while I did some digital art with a tablet some years back, I never tried it with pixels yet. It was my first days of starting a game dev journey. And of course, drawing these dream characters first is way more important than learning how to code. So I started and then stopped, as it's usual. I later bought Aseprite on a sale and messed around a bit. When I was about to take part on my first game jam, I thought of building my online brand. In Greece, we have these preserves that are offered traditionally to guests when visiting your home as a gesture of hospitality. So, game jam, making it a bit local, spoon sweet games. I like the alliteration of the spoon sweet. The double O's and E's was an extra plus. Finally, each word had 5 letters, so it could stack nicely and look, well, sweet. It felt like an inspired and easily pronounced name. Win-win. The logo came a bit later. It was during the time of Pixelmania 2020. This was the event that helped me to finally share my work with the internet. I used this palette by James, and after many iterations and help from people on Discord and real life, I decided on this fig right here. The brackets on the side refer to coding and could also be imagined as a spoon or jar. Personal pixel art tips. Pixel art is based on constraints, so constrain yourself even more. Watch my Constraints Foster Creativity videos where I go more in depth on the subject. There should be a playlist somewhere. Second tip, study the grades and count the pixels. See some art you like? Just count and retry yourself. See the shapes and try to recreate them. It won't work every time, but it's an extra tool on your arsenal. I link some tutorials that helped me learn the basic theory of pixel art and such things as pixel clusters and so on. Now, when beginning to work, I usually start with the idea. This is the hardest part and more time consuming, but the one that will make or break a piece. Because I try to pixel daily and don't currently revisit my work, I think about things while doing chores or taking a walk and then begin. Using references is very useful, and while search engines will pop up with the most simple of pixel art pieces first, they might give you an idea for the relative scale or key pixels to portray the item you're looking for. I go on Aseprite, without sketching on paper usually, and try to place the big shapes down first. Then I try to clean up my work and add details. Repeat. 2 practical exploratory tips I lately really like. Use the contour tool and tilt your brush a bit when exploring the idea. And if your software forbid this, make a shape, copy and paste, drag around. Finally, I suggest you take part on a monthly daily competition. These have helped me more than anything to commit and produce high quality work. They also let you stay creative and engage with the community. These last 2 years, due to COVID and national military service, were sort of a break that allowed me to have time to invest and pixel. Ice cream is the most versatile and easily consumed sweet I've encountered. All the flavors of ice cream and all the ways you can use them. In a bowl, on a cone, milkshakes, sandwiches, and with chicken is my personal favorite. Don't try it at parties though, they might think you're a bit weird. There were some pieces I had seen on the internet that were really inspirational. Before joining and exploring Twitter a bit, I didn't have one person specifically in mind. Now I can tell you a few. It was mostly video games back then that I had played from the past that made me aware and admire the medium of pixel art. Okay, let's check any other questions. Nope, none that I see here. Okay, thank you again everyone. This was really fun to do. Did you like it, or did you like it the Australian way? Leave a comment on what you may want to see in the future, or any random questions for me to check when we reach the next milestone. Thanks again.